We can all argue in the PWC comments about who the greatest wrestler of all time is. Some people say Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Undertaker, John Cena, The Rock. And honestly, nobody is wrong, because wrestling greatness is emotional. Every generation connects to somebody different. But there is one man who will always be on wrestling's Mount Rushmore, and that man is Stone Cold Steve Austin. Now let me take you down memory lane. King of the Ring, 1996. And trust me, at the time, nobody truly understood they were about to witness wrestling history being born in real time. Now the funny thing is, the actual match itself only lasted around 4.5 minutes. That's it. Not 30 minutes, not an Iron Man match, not some 5-star technical masterpiece where people start debating wrist locks on Twitter for 7 years. Just 4 minutes and 28 seconds. But brother, sometimes history doesn't need long. It just needs the right moment. Now let's set the scene. Jake the Snake Roberts enters the final already hurt. And I don't mean modern wrestling hurt, where somebody gets hit by a truck on Raw, then shows up smiling next week selling t-shirts. No, Jake Roberts looked destroyed. Earlier in the night, Vader absolutely crushed him during the semifinals. And when I say Vader crushed him, I mean Vader wrestled like he was trying to legally remove organs from another human being. The Vader bomb had destroyed Jake's ribs. The man could barely stand. Before the match even begins, WWF President Gorilla Monsoon walks into the ring and basically says, "Jake, you don't have to do this." And honestly, most normal human beings would have said, "You know what, Gorilla? You're right. I'm going home." But Jake Roberts refuses, because that's old school wrestling mentality. Broken ribs? Can't breathe? Possibly dying internally? Brother, ring the bell. Now, meanwhile, Stone Cold Steve Austin enters with 16 stitches in his mouth from an earlier match against Mark Merrow. And honestly, that alone tells you how different wrestling was back then. Today, somebody chips a nail and social media posts, "Sources confirm superstar expected out 14 months." Back then, wrestlers looked like they survived war. Now, the bell rings, and Austin immediately smells blood. No wasted movement, no dramatic posing, no dancing, no yeet, yeet, yeet. Straight violence. Austin instantly attacks Jake's ribs. Punch after punch, forearm after forearm. Jake's body folding in pain every few seconds. And the scary thing? Austin isn't wrestling like a hero. He's wrestling like a shark circling injured prey. Even commentary understood it. Jerry Lawler and Jim Ross are basically watching a wounded legend getting dissected in real time. Then Austin does something absolutely brutal. He rips the protective tape off Jake's ribs. The crowd groans instantly, because now every punch lands directly on the injury. And Jake? The man keeps trying to fight back. That's what made Jake Roberts special. Even when he was broken, he still fought. At one point, Jake throws punches back at Austin, and the crowd starts believing for a second. But every punch hurts him more than Austin. That's storytelling. Simple, emotional, effective. And honestly, that's what modern wrestling sometimes forgets. Selling matters. Pain matters. Emotion matters. Then comes the finish. Jake swings, Austin counters. Stone Cold Stunner. And brother, today the stunner gets giant reactions. But back then, this move was still becoming legendary. Austin drops Jake, hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. Stone Cold Steve Austin wins King of the Ring 1996. But honestly, that wasn't the real history. The real history happened after the match. Because once Austin walked toward the coronation stage, everything changed forever. Jake Roberts is being helped away. The crowd still processing what happened. Austin grabs the microphone. And this is where wrestling history explodes. Now remember, Jake Roberts had been heavily referencing Christianity and Bible verses during his comeback story. So, Austin looks directly into the camera and says, "The first thing I want to be done is to get that piece of crap out of my ring. Don't just get him out of the ring, get him out of the WWF. Because I proved, son, without a shadow of a doubt, that you ain't got what it takes anymore." You sit there and you thump your Bible.